Hello and welcome everybody. Double checking audio here. My input capture's fine, but my output still sucks for some reason. Don't know why. Well, I see why. Because it needs to go to this. There we go.
Alright, sounds good on my end.
All right.
Yep.
Excellent. Now that that's
All
out
right, give me a
there.
sec. I thought I was changing the volume on my PC and I turned it off. So give me just a minute.
You're all good.
Wah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
And now we wait.
Yes, and now we wait. Anyways, let's talk to everybody out there. How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing alright. It's been a while.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. I'm on camera for once today on Discord, but the audience is not going to see that right now. But at some point, I will put a proper integration and put my camera in there so you can see me and all my wonderful reactions at some point. Now that I have a nice camera. However, welcome everybody to the BattleTech stream of A Time of War. This is episode number 6. We've been gone for a little while. That's mostly my fault and my bad health.
How dare you be sick? You're not
Yeah,
allowed.
I know. It's they're gonna take all my money and all my insurance. They're gonna take my insurance away.
I mean,
How sick
super inconvenient for us. Don't you think about anybody else? How dare
Yeah,
you?
no, never think about the players and their
free
wants and
birth.
needs.
I mean, like, you
Not
got
genetically
right?
perfect.
insurance.
To avoid illness.
Where's all my wonderful genetic engineering to make me a better planner? Even though I'm not a planner, I'm a Taurian. I throw my life away at the first sign of anybody taking away my freedoms.
How dare you?
Anyways, coming back to that, my name is Arcos Raid, also known as GM Ethan, and welcome back to our wonderful stream of the A Time of War RPG.
You know what you never did?
What?
You've never updated our sheets on the tabletop.
Yeah, I've been noticing that.
Oh, well, crap. I trust that you have the correct sheets, but I will fix that.
Yes.
Yes.
We do. I do, in fact. I took a long time to read the book.
I
have been
imagine you
doing
did.
homework.
It's a long book. 412 pages.
Where the hell is skill progression again?
I've only
I'm trying to
read
plan shit out.
what I
It's been a
need.
while.
Page 84.
Thank you.
That's my current character sheet. Use that.
Okay.
You liar! It's on page 85.
Damn it. I've only been doing this from my back of my head for like 6 years.
Yeah.
Feels like. No, it's only been how long have I been doing this actually?
I have no idea.
I have been running this game now for 2 years.
Nice.
Okay.
2 years of running a BattleTech A Time of War. And
Bravo.
I've been GMing now for about 15, 16 years.
Goodness.
I'm getting
Oh, it's
old.
good to know we're always in good hands.
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Day by day, the Reaper comes closer.
We're definitely of the older crowd.
I mean,
of
with
RPG
current
gamers.
events, would that be such a bad thing?
You say we're part of the older crowd, but I remember. I see the gray beards.
I will members. I'm members.
I remember.
Remember?
I do.
Well, that's the thing is, like,
Remember.
the older RPG crowd, like, we're falling into them, is what I mean moreover, I should say, is that we've gotten to the point in age where we're saying a lot of the similar things of like, oh, I remember. And
that happens like time.
we're not of the young audience.
We have lived, if we live a full life of 100, about a quarter of our life.
Yeah.
And about a third of that
Right.
is spent either working, and another third of that is spent sleeping.
Oh, not for me. I'm definitely going to have less than the average amount of sleep, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, let's get
That's
off
the-
this dark and depressing subject. And
yeah, instead of talking about my lack of sleep, let's talk about a game where they also have lack of sleep. So let's get
Alright.
some quick reintroductions. Starting from the top, Benty, could you reintroduce yourself and your character?
Absolutely, I can. Sorry, I found the remote. We've been looking for it for a year and a half.
Oh my god. A miracle as a
Good
I know.
character.
job. Good job.
No, that's a round of
No, we've
applause
been
right
living
there.
like peasants. We get up and we click the button on the TV for a year
Oh.
now, and I found it.
Oh,
No, I'm giving you a clap for that one. That's amazing.
I'm giving as best as I can. It doesn't always get caught by the mic.
That's totally fine. I appreciate it.
Chat
I
out
feel
there,
like I
anybody
covered
watching,
something.
anybody on YouTube, please
F's in the
give
chat,
a shout
boys.
out. Yeah, give a round of applause in the chat and comments for Benty finding the remote after a year. Something that Shotgun has failed to do.
Completely.
Ooh,
Absolutely.
shots fired.
Yeah.
That was entirely my task, and I could never find the damn thing. Apparently, it was inside the couch, not in the folds. Inside the couch.
You've been
How did
sitting
it
on it.
there?
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That must be Clanner technology.
Like, how did it get
Gotta
inside?
be.
I don't know.
It's not a good couch.
It's a Clanner
Okay.
couch. Anyways, your character.
we are quite
I'm
thoroughly
Benty.
distracted.
Hi. My character is Isabeau. Currently, she is trying her best to be better than everybody else, so she never has to do anything anybody tells her again.
Okay, and where is she from?
She's from Davian space. She is a minor noble, I guess, is what we settled on.
She is one of the family heirs of the Davion first prince. We don't know which one yet.
We're gonna have to shoot a lot of Davions in order to get her on the throne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically,
Or
she's probably
they'll
like
shoot each other.
6 or 7 in
House Davion.
succession. We're not sure. She's got a lot of older brothers and sisters who are in the way of that, but
Yeah.
you know, just
I
trying
said,
not to make waves.
We have to shoot a lot of people in order to put her on the throne.
Yeah. So next up in the order, Lord Shotgun, talk to us.
I am playing the wonderful Dr. Adolphus Sinclair, a native man of Austria and Terra, all-round prick, but medical expert, and shady Comstar hatchet man, who doesn't pilot a hatchet man, but gets Excalibur 2B, Goss rifle and all. And I am currently here delving the depths of this dungeon for reasons that are totally my own, and not those of shadowy overseers, obviously. So yeah, no, that's my guy.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
That fan.
Orinoka.
I'm so sorry, but if the fan is not on, the PC would overheat and explode.
No, I'm fine with it. It's just like that. It was that perfect. It just
And sure, though, broadcasting live from his battle mech as it overheats.
No exploding on air. We just got back.
I am our neighborhood cat man, Adam Katsanova. Bombardier extraordinaire. And yeah, we are
Best
getting
character.
through
Best character.
this.
Yeah.
And we're getting through our this dungeon with a doesn't really talk about it, but like minor noble from the Majesty Canopus. And he's exactly what you're thinking of a person from the Majesty of Canopus.
Katsanova is not merely a
So
name.
for all you furry lovers and those adjacent, we know what you're thinking.
Go to my my little standee thing so they could get a decent shot.
Where is it? It's here
Yeah.
somewhere.
All right, hand your wear. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that'll do.
there we go. Adam Katsanova.
Big Berry Catman. There
So
we go.
if you're a lover of Canopus or a lover of cat girls, this is your man.
Well, it's a beefy man, not a cat girl. There is a big difference.
Hey, they like them in all shapes and sizes.
I mean, like, I
It's a
guess,
big galaxy, bro.
But we gotta do something with the face. unless we see a variant that it's a lion's mane. Air quotes,
Yeah. But anyways,
Mhm.
last but not least, Victor, talk to us.
Oh yeah, I'm Victor. I'm your stereotypical. Yeah, like I'm a mercenary, but I'm young. I'm hip, trying to get into somebody's pants. Don't worry about it. I take my job seriously, but unlike like half the party here, I am not a noble, nor do I wish to be. I find nobility to be kind of pretentious and assholish at the best of times. So, yeah. I'm out here trying to make money and enjoy life. Make a name for myself.
Heck yeah. All right, awesome. So,
I
kind of
don't
coming.
plan on improving anybody's opinion of nobles.
No, I don't think you will. But anyways, let's jump right into this. Where we left off last time is the team had been focused on an opportunity of breaking into the lower proportions of the base of the one located on Star's End, where the main capital city that they've been defending has been located. After routing the pirates out of the area and preventing an oncoming attack, essentially, of destroying the city and taking it over for the base's defenses, you were able to hot drop your way in with your mercenary units, the Red Barons, 335th Mercenary Unit. They helped to prevent the occupation of the city. After routing them out, you were explained that the further proportions of your contract would have you exploring the area and subduing the pirates that have found their foothold within the system. In doing so, you have been tasked with this opportunity to explore what is the former Star League base that was located here, that had been cracked open by nuclear weapons and had been repurposed into a small settlement city. The lower proportions of this area had been sealed off in a way. Thankfully, to one of your endeavors of a very lucky roll early on, you were able to locate security codes and keys to be able to actually get into this base via a security clearance of a certain person who is related to one of the most famous generals of the Star League Empire. After getting inside using these codes, you were able to subdue some of the initial security measures of the breached facility, and were able to get control of the security room, in which you spent the time accessing security logs and other facility pieces in order to disable a majority of the lethal security within the base. So at the moment, your team has now got free reign in the entirety of this base. All 4.5 levels of it.
Well, Victor is going to be like Victor is quite thoroughly done with these security measures.
I gotta remind everybody, there is a sticker on this tank. Not a sticker, it's like a magnet. Yeah, I've claimed it. It is mine.
What is the tank?
Oh yeah, at least you didn't claim it. Cat's claim.
I don't remember what it was, but I do remember I claimed it.
Right. Well, Victor is going to take his security credentials and go and find the damn rest of the security measures to unlock them.
It's like
wherever the hell they went.
Like, time is such an odd thing in this game.
Well,
Yep.
let's see here. Last I remember, the main security. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Just to kind of reiterate at this point, you guys are outside of combat scenarios and initiative, so you can go in any order that you want to be able to tell me what you would like to do. And there are no restrictions as to what you can do throughout the facility. At this point, you're just kind of deciding what your next move is, now that you've
Have we been in
disabled
there?
security. No, you have not.
Victor is going to go to like a data terminal and try to figure out where the hell the rest of the security measures are. See if he can't lift the entire lockdown. I believe that was the thing.
So what
last
you had
session.
basically discovered is that you'd have to go level by level to lift each lockdown, but you were able to disable all the lethal security measures as of thus far. The only thing that would be going off is alarms and like locked doors.
Right. So that's what Victor is going to be doing, is unlocking doors and disabling security for the time being.
Okay. So you're going to be able to do that. It's going to take you about probably an hour to do so, I would say.
Cursing can be heard throughout the entire facility as this goes on.
Absolutely.
Door to door, terminal to terminal, you poor machine, do it! Sorry.
The occasional laser fire, you know.
I guess then I'm gonna walk into this broken area. It has looks like it's caved in a bit.
Yeah, sure.
See what's up in here.
So getting a look inside of this room in particular, is loaded with debris and rubble inside of here. The majority of the area has collapsed in on itself, and you can see damaged equipment all along here, including what looks to be the remains of a structure piece that went to a blast door that is caved in. You can see kind of buried underneath it in different parts and pieces located along there. Kind of buried in the jagged rubble inside of here, what looks to be kind of a massive wing-like structure with a smashed cockpit towards the front.
Someone smashed an aerospace fighter into this blast door.
From the looks of it, it looks like the blast door fell down onto it.
Oh.
Judging from the way it looks and the way that the ceiling is derived, this is probably somewhere underneath the city somewhere, and the level above it was supposed to open up, but instead it collapsed in on itself.
It probably could have been done when they had the initial were made, or with the recent bombing. We'll never know.
Yeah, you're not entirely sure. It could have happened at any point in time. It would take a lot more thorough investigation to really understand what happened.
Okay, but it looks like inside here is just aerospace.
Pretty much. It's a lot of aerospace assets throughout here. A majority of the stuff that you find in here is marked for the Royal Navy of the SLDF.
Question: is it able to be salvaged? Can we pull double heat sinks out and whatnot?
Absolutely. There is a lot of that available, actually.
Right, because I am thinking maybe we can upgrade, like, my Awesome or the Excalibur.
It's going to take probably about an entire week to comb through this facility with the scrapping teams and actually getting people to, like, take things apart properly and divvy them up and actually organize them.
That's a lot of little people work. We ain't little people.
Yeah, no.
I don't salvage my own part.
Go and do the thing. Is it a possibility?
Yeah, no, it absolutely is, and it would be from your own knowledge, it would be something that you would want to confer with your superiors and begin the organization of that. Actually, by this point,
Right. We'll let them know. Like, hey, we got a bunch of salvage here. We've got some ideas.
Most importantly, we have disabled all lethal security countermeasures. Doors will be locked, alarms may still be tripped, but thankfully, you will not get a mouthful of quarry gas.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Victor is
So,
currently
if
dealing
everybody
with
else is still exploring, I guess I'll
problematic
make that report
security
and
as
send them.
is. Sorry. Go ahead.
I said if everybody else is exploring, I'll go ahead and tell them that we actually got everything unlocked, or we got the security system turned off. I'll go ahead and send the report, or
Okay, so
call whoever was supposed to be on.
you basically kind of head out of the tunnel and begin to make your way back up towards the surface where you can get radio communication properly and meet up with one of the teams along the way that was at a staging point in one of the corridors that leads down into the sewer system. Meeting up with them, you're able to relay this to the rest of the team on the surface, and you get a message back within about like 5-6 minutes or so. This is Baron here. Excellent job down there. That was faster than I would have suspected. I was thinking this might be a 2-3 day operation. For you to complete it in less than a day, that's excellent. I definitely put my money where I needed it.
All right, so that'll be a 20% raise.
It'll be probably a few weeks worth of salvage, but yeah, we've got everything mostly unbooby trapped. And as far as I know, we have just about everything unlocked. Or I think that might be the other way around. Everything's unbooby trapped and mostly unlocked.
Okay. Let me get Galahad on the line here, and he'll go over the finishing touches on operations here. I just wanted to congratulate you on a good job.
Thank you. I did do a very good job.
Hey there, it's Gordon. I'll be taking over the rest of the salvage operations going forward. I think one of the best things that we can do right now is have everybody else exit outside of there, and I'll call in for the maintenance teams to start heading down there and collecting everything at this point. Your operation's done.
Right. Any other small arms that we could salvage down here?
There definitely are some small arms still around here. Specifically, are you looking for anything specific?
Like pulse weapons or... Hold on, I got a list I gotta find.
If I may, while he's getting his list, because I have a very simple set of things I'd like to do. First things first, Sinclair is going to go to that security room that Shirno busted into earlier, and I think I'm going to take those Rimworld's Republic dog tags.
The Rimworld's Republic dog tags?
Yep, if those guys have Rimworlds, I want those dog tags. Those will probably be important later. Comstar likes all
that. The list as soon as I get it collected.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because as far as I understand, just having the names and knowing where these individuals were at this point in time might be invaluable. I don't know. But I do know they tend to pay a lot for that kind of stuff. Data is everything. If not, those are some cool-ass fucking souvenirs. I like those. Sinclair does like dog tags, and he does like taking them from people he finds.
Yep.
And
yeah, absolutely. The dog tags that are there and present, the patches that are still like salvageable, you're able to get like one of the patches off of them.
Oh, is it like a proper Rimworld's Republic patch, or is this more of an undercover unit?
Based off of what it looks like it's a proper unit of some kind.
Ooh.
This looks like some sort of Grand Soldier.
I'd like to make a military history check and see if I can't get a more definitive understanding of that unit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got, military history. That's link 0, level 4. So 2d6s. 2. That's a 5.
It's a 5.
At least that's the roll. I don't know. Do we add anything for levels? Sorry, it's been a minute.
You add your level in.
Okay, cool. Then that is a 9.
Yeah. And it's against the target number of what it takes.
Okay. So, what would that target number be?
It should be right there on your sheet, labeled under TN.
TN.
Should be between 7 and 8.
I see. Okay. Let me see here. The TN is a 9.
Alright, so in this case, you rolled what against what?
I believe that's a 9 to 9. Because that's
okay, so that
4
is just barely a success.
Thank God.
You do recognize that it's RimWorld's Republic. It is RimWorld's Republic Navy.
Okay.
It is specifically to one of their frontline cavalier forces, in particular.
Okay.
This is like
so that might be a nurse.
This is like a quick action unit. It's designed to be like a response force usually, the first people to drop onto the ground.
Sounds like RimWorld Fusiliers then. Anyway, I know the roster. Cool, awesome. Well, that's good to know. So a rapid reaction force. These are the same guys that probably took it, and they probably died holding it.
Yeah, you just don't know which specific one it is. You just know that it is one of the rapid response forces. You're not sure if it's like the 1st Fusiliers, 3rd, 4th, if it's a 7th Division, if it's a Cavalier specific. You have no idea. But
of course,
you are aware of at least the general focus of what it was.
all right, very interesting.
Yes.
I guess, and let's see. After that, I've got my kit. I've got neural helmets and stuff galore. I'm already walking around in full kit. So I think I will vacate as ordered.
So yeah, Benti, do you deliver those orders to everybody else?
Oh, of course. She's trying to prove that she is the best at chain of command to her uncle. Like, she doesn't really think leadership is anything else.
Okay.
So no, once she saw that the job was done, she made her report. Now she's gonna go give orders. Clearly, all of their good work was was because of her. So yay for me! And well, do your jobs now.
Okay. So heading back down with Gordon, Nue is starting to head back as well. Towards the entrance by this point. And you guys all get a call over your comms as Gordon says, "All right, guys, operation's over. It's time to head back up to the surface."
All right, I've sent you the list.
Gotcha. No pulse laser pistols, no pulse laser rifles. There are laser flash suppressors, however. There are lots of explosives. There are some much older stealth suits that are a 45% chance of failure. You have power packs. They are all dead. Need to be charged.
Obviously.
There is 1 or 2 pieces of electronic code breakers that are somewhere down there. There is a good 75% chance that they are damaged, however.
We'll get somebody to fix them.
The neural helmet codebreaker, there are none in this facility. And there is jump packs. There's actually a lot of them.
All right.
One of the manifest things that you'll be getting later will explain some stuff about this. But in the meantime, you guys are being recalled upwards.
Right. I'll grab some flash suppressors, a handful of power packs, and enough jump packs to give everybody. A
Yeah.
jump pack.
Everybody gets jump pack.
He wasn't going to do the facility unlocking. Everybody gets jump pack! Dude, you get a jump pack! You get a jump pack!
Yeah, you can see that these are labeled with SLDF colors and insignias for the 151st Airborne Unit.
I'm going to need more slots on my thing.
Running out of equipment?
They're running out of slots, yeah.
Might as well just start writing it in notes then. Just pull out a notepad for it.
Yeah, you gotta cry a bit, you know.
But anyways,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to open up a notepad.
I'm kind of psyched about this because, Adolphus went in wearing a fucking, basic jumpsuit and with toting a pistol, and now he's leaving with an SLDF Royal Naval helmet and Royal Combat uniform. It's nice. And that's that kind of aerospace job combat uniform. It's like a cool combat suit. It's like a battle onesie.
It is. It's a battle onesie.
It's nice. I love it. Just stepping out like a SLDF soldier of yore. Yeah, this is mine now. I like it. It's comfortable.
You take that off of a dead person?
I found this in the box!
Those were off of the crates.
Right.
I mean, I guess you could have taken, maybe you could have tried to take one or two of them out of, like, the dead bodies down here, but they'd be pretty damaged and very musty.
Well, they kind of fused with the body.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm very, very happy with this. I'm happy with this purchase.
I'm gonna have to create a notepad.
I don't know if I want to just stay in and keep going down in the place, because we didn't go through all the floors.
No, you didn't go through all the floors, but, like, it would probably take you guys, like, another 2 to 3 days to get through the facility.
Mm-hmm. And our job was, in fact, it's not like we're not going to get the spoils anyways. We're serving with this mercenary.
Yeah, you pretty much beat my hardest difficulty thing I had, which was the security system, and you just turned the whole thing off, so there's no threat down there. It's just
Huzzah!
It's just rooms and locked doors.
Well, yeah, but then you can claim.
Ooh! And possibly a lot of deactivated SLDF combat robots, which could be used to bolster the town's defense.
Yeah, and you're welcome to take your time to go with the maintenance teams during the next week and work with them in getting stuff that you want in particular.
Between his doctoring duties, that will be Sinclair's.
But in addition to this, as you guys are returning back up with everybody else, Gordon kind of addresses the team as they get to the doors to begin leaving. Folks, I just wanted to say I am deeply impressed by your passion, your capabilities, and your ability to prove yourself.
Wait, so this isn't a Tuesday?
No, it ain't a Tuesday. You definitely went above and beyond on this one. I genuinely want to say thank you. When I first joined this team, it was a different time. It was a different era. We were just starting out, we were just getting to know everybody, and there were still hard feelings among others in our company. You've proven to me that not only are you capable, but you're very, very good at what you do.
Yeah. I mean, I try.
And I'm glad to have you on our side. I want you to know that I'm looking forward to continuing to work with all of you.
And I would like some of these as I hold up one of the anti-personal block charges. And I'd like this in my explosives kit.
So he just dangles a bunch of high explosives from their wires.
You just watch as, like, he's rubbing his eyes after he said such nice things, and he gives that sigh of a disappointed father.
I know what I want.
That sound.
He says, "It's in your contract. You don't have to ask me."
Yeah,
Okay.
good. And
Good.
I put it away.
Good, so I don't have to worry about this bag full of jump packs then.
No, you don't.
All right. You want one?
Well, so now you hire the best, you get the best, and Tara only breeds the best.
To be fair, nobody else was going to be able to get down here and find all this shit unless you guys were around and you had the information you had. So, first come, first serve, absolutely. And,
I mean, you didn't answer my question. Do you want a jump pack?
You personally want.
anyway, can you account for the charges of making sure that the team all has that accounted for, so when the maintenance people come down here, they're not surprised when they're missing? She looks over and says, "Alright, you have." As you can see, she has a compad, and she's just going through adding items that she's seen so far, like just taking down names and pictures.
Fun.
Oh yeah, Sasha, I claimed a tank back there. You'll
I
notice
saw
it's
your
my
magnet. Let's go.
Alright.
Well, away we are then.
When we get back, everybody, you will be given stickers to be able to put on the stuff that you claim.
But that ruins the vintage nature of this stuff.
Oh, alright, my name on my
Permanent
magnet.
stickers. You can take them off.
You have never truly had a sticker then. When you peel one off, they leave all this residue and crap behind.
No, Victor, here, I'll just give you a magnet. Just put it on the magnet.
It does not matter. They're both magnetic and gel stickiness. They're reusable.
I'm giving you a hard time.
I know you're giving me a hard time. I'm trying to do my job.
So you gotta have a little fun with it, otherwise you go nuts.
No. I'm from the Capellan.
No. We're Capellan, we don't have
Capellan.
fun.
Yes, I'm Capellan born, but I grew up in Kirita.
Hey.
Well.
Yes, we
I'm
all
sorry.
get fucked by bastards. As she continues to add items onto the compad.
That's just one neural helmet.
Gordon looks at everybody else. Well, I think we're done here. I think it's time to go.
I will agree with you. Still never answered my question. He still never answered my question.
What did you ask him?
Do you want a jump pack?
I gave you my answer. I accounted for the whole team. That includes myself.
Oh,
hey.
As he picks up one of the jump packs and throws it over his shoulder.
Yes. I do, in fact, yes. I want a jump pack.
I mean, because jump packs are cool. I mean...
So, your team continues to walk up the sewers, making your way back up towards the surface. Takes you a little bit of extra time in maneuvering because the hallways and especially the tunnel shafts are not designed to be carrying jump packs through them. Till eventually you reach towards the surface. Breaking up there with the rest of the team, you can see a majority of the tank divisions are actually out there getting ready to head on down, actually, along with the maintenance divisions. As you guys... Yep, all 300 of them are preparing.
Alrighty.
Maintenance crews with technician supplies, as well as a ton of other stuff as well. You can see the heavy vehicles have been moved out. In addition, as you guys arrive on surface, they have put in emplacements for the artillery ballistas up on the walls. Your artillery ballistas are now in place, supported by your J-27 ordnance trucks and their APCs. The heavy battle mech
familiar
vehicles...
with the J-27?
Say again?
Not familiar with the J-27.
J27 is basically an ammo rack truck
Oh, okay.
for artillery. It's got an
Okay, it's
automatic
just a-
feed.
Nice.
Okay, it's just a truck that feeds ammo into a thing.
Yep, into
Alright.
artillery specifically. So it makes mobile artillery more mobile.
Without having to run back and forth to an ammo dump.
Pretty much. So in this case, they've been preparing the defenses. They've built ramps up to the sides where the destroyed walls are and carved them out using trucks and concrete facilities. They've poured ramps now that go up towards the ballista emplacements so the trucks can drive the ammo up.
Alright.
Nice. And
Um,
these walls we've already established are big enough to carry a mech on top of them, yeah? So you can actually
Correct.
fight for the battlements?
they are
Nice.
very, very thick.
Yes, yes. Victor was climbing one with an awesome not too long ago, so...
In addition, a lot of the command vehicles have also been offloaded from the dropship, including your mobile HQ, which has been put in parked in an emplacement outside of the front of the Stark building, which is the very large skyscraper with the elevator that goes down. In addition, you now see 5 Ripper VTOL helicopters flying around the area as they've been sent out on patrols, and you can hear them kind of securing the area.
Nice.
A
Whoa,
lot of
with this
activity is going on at the moment. You can also see most of the tank force has been designated a position out in the flat runways in front of the town, for the most part, because there is close to 60 tanks out there. But your modified dropship is now completely offloaded of all of its people and is basically preparing itself to act as a operating base. Brian is out there with the Baron at the moment. Standing next to him is Drake as well, Morgan L. Draken. The XO and the CO are both standing out there with your contractor. As you guys arrive up, you can see all the tank crews as you guys get up out of the hole, turn around, and they fire off 2 shots of what seems to be confetti or blanks of some kind, and all begin cheering for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Adolphus just kind of breaks out his best sort of like circular wave to the crowd thing. It's just what he's been trained to do.
Center stage is just, hello everybody, yes we did do marvelously, didn't we? Hello.
Breathing heavily underneath his barrel.
The teams are cheering and kind of yelling in the background as you guys arrive on the surface. The tank
I look
crews,
for my guys and give them finger guns.
yeah, they give you finger guns back. They're closer towards the front row of people. They're kind of standing off to like the right side of the crowd, though, a little separated from everyone. The Baron then puts a hand up to silence everybody. He pulls out a small microphone connected to one of the tanks that is just standing off nearby using the speaker system on it. Ladies and gentlemen, for all of you present here, I would like to say thank you for this momentous opportunity. This is a Brian cache that we've now uncovered and unlocked thanks to all of the hard work and effort by these teams. And especially good thanks to those who were able to actually locate and obtain the ability to get this Brian cache. For our newest team here, Lance Gordon's unit, who have yet to establish their name within the company, who soon will have to get a name because damn are they going to be on the headlines. At the moment, this is probably one of the biggest finds we've ever had out here in this deep into the periphery. And he goes on to talk about a couple different things, but he's basically cementing the fact that this is a historic occasion. You guys have found
Well, I mean, yeah,
an absolutely massive Brian cache.
this could actually
Funny
change
enough, I
Intersphere
wanted to
history.
keep it for myself. But we went on cobs.
This discovery is more than capable. This is like Hell Memory Core level shit. You can find things in here that revolutionize combat, search technology in general.
And he goes on to talk about that, and that we are at a precipice of a new age. Since the Grey Death Legion had found the Hell Memory Core not some years ago, this is probably one of the second largest finds to ever be found. Maybe third, all dependent on whether the rumors are true, that Wolf's Dragoons had found another one as well.
It's the Wolf's Dragoons. They do what they want.
But as friends and mentors, and as people who are gathered here under this unit, they thank you and all of your efforts. And at the moment, there is a week of downtime for you guys, as you are given no orders and have free reign for the next week.
Alrighty.
Well,
You're welcome to
I
conduct your own
suggest-
operations in the meantime. But the rest of the unit is going to be focused on setting up communications and making sure that supplies are good to go.
well, first things first. Sinclair is going to suggest that I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm going to see where the best piss water they sell in the best bar in this backwoods town is. I'm going to get hammered. This is a momentous occasion, and I do not want to deal with it so.
I
Join me
doubt
if you
they
and
actually
he's gonna-
have anything drinkable on this planet, but I suppose.
I'd
anything
be
is
surprised
drinkable
what
after
type of
enough.
swill would exist. I am going to be going and doing a job.
Well, you enjoy your job.
Uh-oh.
I will, it sounds agreeable, but I will join you at a later time. This is a good time for a nap.
A catnap. Yeah. Huh. She'll ponder that as he walks up. And yeah, that's the plan. He's going to enjoy some local flavor, but he's not going to take the combat uniform off. He is going to put the neuro helmet wherever. Where do we stash the mechs, by the way? Are they still in the drop ship, or do we have like a makeshift mech bay?
There actually is a mech bay at the bottom of the tower. There is a mech holding facility down below, but it only can hold about 10 mechs. And there is an above-ground garage where they're actually fixing some of the units themselves, which has a holding capacity of 6.
Okay.
So a total of 16 mechs can be housed appropriately. Otherwise, they're just going to get parked out on a concrete flat. Like most of the tanks are.
He's sitting there, impressive and all. Yeah, I guess I'll stash my neuro helmet in my wherever the hell you put a new neuro helmet. I imagine you just attach the damn thing in. They don't like plug and play.
It's usually kind of built into the console.
So that's the thing for the text then.
Yeah, it's like the neural helmet itself is a separate piece, but like all the wiring and configuration and such, like that's built into the console, so it's just a helmet. It's just heavy and cumbersome.
Oh, also you're telling me I can't integrate it into my mech then?
You could.
Okay.
Could be a bad thing though.
Okay.
Fair.
I am going to talk with Command for a little bit and pull up the specs for what in the future would be known as the Awesome 9Q. just as a custom idea, hey, if we find any double heat sinks down there, this is an idea. Could we go about making this a thing? We've got the awesome. I'm pretty sure we have the PPCs. It's just, do we have the double heat sinks, and then do we have a what's it? Guardian ECM.
The Guardian ECM, they definitely don't have.
Alright.
But they definitely found some double heatsinks.
Alright. Double heat sinks, so this would be the Awesome 9Q. I shall see. What other equipment could they have? Do they have floating around?
They've got
For
a
a ton and a half.
ton and a half.
Yeah. That or maybe strip out the small laser?
Could. It's up to you.
Yeah. That would give it 2 tons.
Mm-hmm. At the moment, they're not entirely sure, as they're still going through the beginning of the week. By the end of the week, they'll probably have a better idea of
Right.
what they have. They can, but if you put it in the notes of like, hey, can you source me this? They'll let you know if they can find it or not.
Right. And then after that, we know the location of the pirate base, right?
Pretty much.
I want to see what they have. So I would like to cook up a disguise, requisition a civilian vehicle, and wander on over there. Anyone else want to?
Just
Anyone
straight
else
up
want to?
solo James Bond infiltrate.
Anyone else want to follow?
So where
I'll
are
let
you
you-
headed towards?
I'm going to be doing the other half of my job as a commando.
I mean, if you
Which facility
like,
are you trying to get towards?
The one with the HPG. I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, the HPG Uplink Communication Center.
Mhm.
Okay, so where that is located is on top of a mountain
All right.
that has basically had the tip of the mountain cut off, so they could stick the
Mhm.
center on there, and it's an HPG uplink via satellite. So it's basically like indirect communication with an HPG service.
But the HPG is it incoming or outgoing?
It's both ways.
Okay. Well, I still need to get there.
Yes. It is approximately about 2 days travel via mech or by vehicle.
Right.
Vehicle
Are you gonna
probably
be
a
telling
lot
people?
faster, like a day.
Right.
Are
If
you
we can
just
get
looking
ourselves a
to
hovercraft.
scout the vehicle? Or are you just looking to scout the area? Like, what are you trying to do?
Scout the area, potentially infiltrate the area, talk with people, see what, get to know what they know. I have disguise. I can.
Okay,
Cook
so you want
something
to run an op where you are going to go out there and just kind of scout the area.
Yep. And if I see the opportunity to steal something juicy, we'll do that.
Okay, are you telling anybody else?
I shall let the party know, and I shall let command know.
Okay,
the
so you let Gordon know. And he says,
And I'll let them know that this is exactly what the Raiders do all of the time.
okay. So first things first, Gordon is... Are you telling Gordon or are you telling Sasha? Which commander are you going to tell first?
Who is my direct superior?
Both of them.
Well, I'll let
Yeah.
Gordon know.
It's
And
XO
then I'll
and
let
it's
Sasha
the
know.
XO and CO of your unit.
Chain of command would go to the XO then.
Okay. So you go to Sasha.
Mhm.
And she says, well, I don't think you're wrong in any instance of what you're trying to do. I think that it's reckless, yes, but not without a proven track record, so it's not like I can't say that it's not possible and that your unit isn't capable of it.
This is exactly what we have trained to do since I was a very small child.
I understand. It's just, In this particular case, why don't you give it a day and wait to see if we can't organize an additional force to come with you?
Oh yes, a distraction team would be wonderful.
Possibly also so the Master Sergeant can speak to everybody about future endeavors with the unit. And mission
Oh yes,
statements going
I
forward.
understand. I am just taking this up of our own initiative.
I'm only
When
saying
you
this
are-
because he said he wants to put together a meeting for either tomorrow or the day after, depends. But, forewarning.
So I'd be missing a meeting if I went out today.
Correct. Or possibly tomorrow, if we don't have the meeting tomorrow.
Well, I will need to get in contact with the Master Sergeant.
You're welcome to go talk to him. He is, I think, drinking with Adolphus.
Okay, I shall send in a communique, knock on his door, that sort of deal.
Mhm.
You have a
Sounds-
pleasant day?
I will do my best. I have to deal with a drunk Master Sergeant after this, so...
Oh, I'll be
Yes.
sure to swap out his whiskey for coffee. If I can.
Yes. Just yes. And she turns around and she goes back to what she's doing.
Alright, and then I'll let my
Oh,
CO know what I'm
what a
doing,
fun-
and then I'll go talk to the Master Sergeant.
So your CO is the Master Sergeant.
Oh. So we will go and talk to the Master Sergeant then. Thought they were
Yes.
two different people.
No, they are not. That's just his rank is Master Sergeant. Because that's actually the rank he needs to run your unit. You guys are actually fairly high ranking, which is a little funny.
well, we've
Compared
only
to
done
them.
A-team shit since we've hit ground, so...
Well, that's the thing is like
Yeah.
most of you are not that high ranking, but we've got a baronet and a knight bachelor, which is actually pretty high ranking. So, you know, your XO needs to be a second lieutenant to begin with, and
Yep.
your XO, your CO for your unit needs to be a Master Sergeant in order to actually run your unit appropriately.
So we are taking up a lot of high-level resources.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
So we get the job
It's
done.
really more of a reflection of pay than anything, and
Mhm.
authority. And the
Mhm.
level of independence they're allowed to give you for that reason.
Right. So,
You really didn't-
anyone else want to do anything before I go and try to undrunk the Master Sergeant?
Speaking of that, let's talk about Benti and Adolphus and the Master Sergeant currently at the bar.
See, now I'm going
Yeah.
to now write a list of names, because part of the point of doing this entire thing is to figure out a name for the unit with Master Sergeant while we're drunk. It's perfect.
Dear, turn off the fan.
I am so sorry.
No,
It,
not
the
you.
fan's on
Not
because
you, Kyle.
otherwise my PC is going to explode.
No,
You can
not
put
your
yourself on
fan.
push
Kyle's
to talk
fan
if you want.
in his room.
You can't even hear my fan.
No, it's
I-
Victor who's coming through the mic.
Yeah,
Oh,
I am so
interesting.
sorry. It's
They're
it's
perfectly
there.
fine.
You can do.
Um,
Mhm.
Lost your train of thought?
Working now.
my plan was to go drink and brag. Her goal is to make it seem to her uncle like she was at least heavily contributing to everything that was happening,
Okay.
and not arguing with somebody about her shoes the entire time.
Oh, I see.
So you're over at the bar. Gordon's there. He is drinking with both of you. Just kind of having a swell good time. Mostly because at this point he's like, I'm getting a really good payout from this because his and his particular reasoning, he puts this to you. He's like, you know, the whole reason this is the way it is, in this particular unit is because you guys were all deemed as risks in terms of taking on to a mercenary unit, but are probably very capable in the measure of the Baron. So he decided to put a team of you together, in particular, to see if you couldn't complete one of the hardest tasks he's ever been given, which is to discover and find SLDF, you know, research, equipment, anything, around this contract. And if he did, he'd get a massive payout in addition to being able to keep the equipment.
And he just so happened to take a risk on the most perfect team he could have chosen. I mean, after all, with me on it, there was no chance we were actually going to fail. It was only how long it would take us to succeed, and we did pretty well.
He swings over with his glass, kind of like cutting you off slightly. And he says, Miss, no offense, but if you were in an odds game at Solaris 7, and I was a drunk, cocked up Irby pilot with a death wish, and I was betting on whether I'd die or not, I'd still bet on you. So no, nobody had faith in you. But
it doesn't matter if you have faith in me.
No, nobody had faith in you. Nobody.
Ouch.
But you did it, and you proved us wrong. So going forward, I won't make that mistake. That sound fair?
More than fair.
Faz, fam.
Although I always had faith in me, so.
All
Faz
right.
nothing.
You, Adolphus.
Yeah. Because he's pounding back another beer. It's this terrible lager they have here. But you know what? It reminds him of home. So home tastes like warm spit. Anyway.
So you're from Terra. You're not a Steiner? You're not from the Lyres?
Nine.
You really
No,
aren't?
nine. Yeah. Nine. I'm from Terra, yeah. We still speak most of the native languages there.
But you look and sound so much like them.
No, you see, they look and sound so much like me. That's how that works. I am their origin. They are, if anything, an imitation.
I guess that's kind of interesting. I never thought about it like that. I've always
You
associated
wouldn't.
them
Most
as different. Ancient Terra doesn't follow my mind very often. Well,
we
especially
don't.
since my
It's just a
people
thing.
have a habit of running away from it. Did I ever tell you? I'm from the Taurian Concordat.
Really?
Yes.
You seem so. He's drunk and saying things he should. You don't seem like a periphery. He just kind of leaves that hanging. You don't seem like you're from the periphery, and he's not going to explain that further.
Well, it's kind of funny. I'm sort of am, sort of not. My family in particular are nobles who ran away from whatever godforsaken place they were from in the deeper periphery, eventually coming under the reign of the Concordat sometime later. When the formations of the early years of the Concordat were going on, my people were the ones there. They saw some of the greatest naval fleets there was. My great something grandfather was one of the last naval officers of the Tentorian Navy. The Concordat Navy. Back when we had more ships than the Inner Sphere. He led our people through that charge. Unfortunately, to his ultimate end. Our people were scorned, and we've been lesser nobles since. So I thought I'd take whatever wealth and fortune that was left with me and take it with me to other reaches of the sphere. I joined up with, believe it or not, the Baron as he came in for a contract, bringing along with him the possibility of one of the greatest Navy vessels being out there. One of my family's vessels. Lost to time is possibly not mothballed somewhere off in the deeper periphery as it had been sold off.
You are searching for a lost warship, then?
Yep. Sounds
Well,
stupid,
I
right?
guess everyone. Nine, it is a dream. You know, these are things that keep us alive. My upbringing was much less interesting. All the money on Terra you could imagine. My family runs a section of the board of Krupp Arms Manufacturing. You probably don't even know who that is. Yeah, but they are
I know who Krupp
important.
is. I know who they
Yeah,
are.
you know,
Really?
good. Do you know the work they do, or do you know the work that they think you do? I'm sorry.
Make guns.
Yeah, that is about correct. You know, I was actually got my doctorate in ballistics. I was going into the family business. But then, you know, I went to the BattleTech Museum on Terra, and and my God, the things we used to build. He starts waxing these titans of metal, these steel gods born on Terra, and off they went to the galaxy, bringing the whole of human history forward. So I wanted to be a part of that. So I went to Fort Cameron. I got my doctorate, and he looks around at this periphery bar. Here, I'm making the discovery of a lifetime, I suppose. But yeah, I'm here. He just takes a swig of that beer until it's gone. He lets the bottle fall.
So, surprisingly enough, what they make out here is essentially what is cactus wine. That's been strengthened by a type of synthol to make essentially cactus bourbon.
Is it the quenchiest?
That sounds very interesting.
It is very it is very quenching. It is also a little psychosomatic.
Well, I'm glad that I am playing the character.
It's essentially an absinthe.
Oh no.
So I need all three of us to make some body checks.
Would this be about the time that Victor shows up? I'm guessing.
Hey, y'all want to go with stealth vision?
So let's get some body checks. 2d6. Add in your body score.
Okay, looking at my body score. Oh, that's not bad. That is a 11, 12. That is a 12.
12? Okay.
Body?
Yes, body.
It'll be up there in attributes on your character sheet.
13.
And you add your score plus what you roll.
13? Okay.
Yeah. I rolled a 10. And I have 3.
All right. So all three of us fail.
Right.
Oh no.
So your vision begins to blur a little bit. Your sensibilities get a little lost, and you have a point of confusion. Essentially,
Wonderful.
You're a little lost in the sauce right now. So is Gordon. At this time, Victor, you show up. You see these three kind of like looking at the bar. They've got a rice grain on the bar, and they are currently staring at it as it's sitting in the crack, and they're talking about it to each other as they've all got their heads like flat against the bar itself, looking at this rice grain.
They are shit-faced.
I am going to motion to the bartender and just sort of do the cutoff motion. And,
He looks back at you and he says, They were cut off 10 minutes ago. This is just what happens. This is what people not from here get. It's very funny to watch. You should sit and watch. It's quite funny.
Unfortunately, I have been ordered to sober up the commander and take him away.
Oh, good luck to you. But hey, congratulations. Definitely stop by and have a drink whenever you want. I'll be here.
I don't participate in mind-altering substances unless it is, of course, part of the job.
Fair enough. You could say it's part of the job. I also have peanut butter.
I don't know if that will help, but I will.
It's very good for hangover. You should take it.
I'll take a jar of peanut butter.
And you look at it, and it is peanut butter. It is indeed peanut butter. It's also very strange because it's from a company that's not existed for like 100 years.
Some Jif peanut butter?
Jif peanut butter. Oh,
Jiffy! It's like some off-brand, it's like Yiffy. Oh, never mind.
It's
No,
Peter
no,
Pan peanut
it's,
butter, so it's all separated.
It's from something called Natural Goods. It's got an organic peanut butter label on it.
Oh.
And like these companies have all like gone out of business like 100 years ago because since things can be grown on other planets and most of the agricultural stuff, most nations have banned the use of the term organic.
Right,
Great.
right. Well, from here we are going to
Funny
put our
enough, this is
hands
something
on-
I looked up, by the way.
Oh,
The term and label of organic is not allowed to be used in food processing in BattleTech. And it
Really?
was banned
all right.
in the Star League era
That's great.
under Richard Cameron.
Either way, we're going to put our hands on the shoulder of the Master Sergeant here and gauge his reaction.
Ah. Another Capellan. As he leans back and falls out of his stool.
All right, I'll catch him and try to carry him out of here.
And you do.
Wait, carry me to bed too. I'm tired.
as Adolphus is just singing, it's half mumble singing German drinking songs, Austrian specifically drinking
Okay.
songs.
At this particular point, I will call up Catman and ask politely for assistance.
Catman, what are you up to?
Tell Margareta to undo my hair. I'm going to bed.
I had already found a decent like catnap place.
So
I was at the like the area where the statue where I got the cash thing initially, the SLDF statue.
that's on a different planet.
Oh, that's on a different planet.
Yeah,
Then
that was
I
on
was
Steel.
scoping out a good cat place.
Okay. It would probably be the vents above this bar because it's very secluded. And it's got an encaved roof with a kind of like greenhouse toppery.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is when
And he grows
calls me-
catnip up there.
Nice. Alright, when he calls me, I'm going to just walk over to the edge where I know the entrance is. And I'm gonna just jump down. Like right in front of the door.
You see
And then
as
walk in.
Catman drops down after sending off your message just about 30 seconds later in front of the door as you're literally walking up with Gordon.
And I
Does
just
not look
lazily
surprised.
go in. You needed help?
Yes. Could you take the other two drunkards and prepare for them a cold shower?
I can do one better. And I'll go over to them. And I'll pick them up. I'll, not nicely.
He's gonna fireman's
Kind of-
carry in both arms.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're both slung over the shoulders
Man.
of Catman.
And
This is
I'm gonna walk away, and
He's
I'm
very
going
soft,
to-
by the way. As you feel his like fur and hair that he has on his body, it's kind of a mix between the two. It's very manish in his stylings and capabilities, but he's incredibly soft. He also smells like catnip.
definitely like catnip.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm going to reach up and I'm going to like feather his ear a little bit, just one of them. I've always wondered, these they're real, more or less.
Stop
You
tickling
feel
my ear.
you feel somebody tickling your ear. Yeah, you're doing that thing where you're like whipping them with the ear.
It's like,
Exactly.
no.
Right.
I am going to join in on this. This seems fun. She's gonna start fucking with the other ear.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna do what I was already thinking of doing. I'm gonna go into the tower and I'm gonna ask the person at the front desk to bring me 2 buckets filled with ice and water.
She looks down at them, and she walks over behind the counter and pulls out two hoses.
Oh, that's great. And I'll just like
They're
Flip
like
around.
they're like
A
soda
hose
spray
behind-
hoses.
I mean it's got a water thing on there, yeah?
Yeah. It's got like a soda water.
Alright, yeah. Get him. I get him onto the ground to like a kneeling position and I got their heads up.
Victor, on the other hand, is going to be taking the captain off, not the captain, the master sergeant off to Sasha's chambers, wherever the hell those are.
You
I
head
mean,
towards the barracks.
I might have brought you back to your rooms, but I don't like to be played with.
So you both get sprayed with water. By this point in time, you're starting to come down. When you get hit with the water, you're instantly sober.
I think they're a little still drunk. Get them with another spritz or 2.
That's
I
big
was
race
just
to
screaming
perfectly
at
good
you in
water.
German.
Okay, he's good. And I just like release it.
She is going to try and grab the spray hose and spray him back immediately.
It's behind a counter that you would probably have to jump over to get to it. Do you want to really do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
Also
no,
got
so
my
no,
hand-
he's just straight. He's probably just gonna run into the counter, but that's fine.
This sounds hilarious.
So you run over and you kind of slap yourself over the front of the counter, kind of reaching out towards the hose. And the receptionist like turns around as she hears you kind of like slap the front of your body on the top of the counter with just like a big. And she looks over at you and she just turns the hose and sprays you one more time in the face.
I told you she did another.
And she like nozzles the hose and she's like, "You can go dry off now."
She is going to march to her room while screaming about how everybody at home is going to hear about this, and she is going to make a big stink, and this place will go out of business.
I've done my job. I'm gonna go back to that roof.
What was even... Wait, cat, before you... Why? What?
And I just open the door
Thank you?
and go.
I was just gonna
Right.
leave
While
Sinclair standing
you know.
there.
Yep.
You're just kind of like on
This
the
cat
floor,
gets swollen.
dripping wet.
This
At
so
some
wrong.
point, he's going to shrug and make his way to make his, like, I guess, the nightly checks on his mech, and then hopefully Chirno will intercept him.
Okay.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Who knows?
So
That
making a
bartender's gonna go
check-in
upstairs.
on your mech. Let's go to the Master Sergeant and Victor first. So what's going on there?
Certainly.
Alright, so I had one of two ideas. I was either going to stick him in Sasha's shower and just sort of spray him down, and then I had the idea of why don't we just lay him in bed and cuddle a bit and have him wake up to, oh no, what did he do last
No.
night?
Okay. Which of those two options do you want to go with?
I mean, what is everyone comfortable with?
That's a fair point.
Oh, don't ask me.
Is everybody
what's going on?
comfortable with option 2? If he chooses it?
What's up?
I mean, I guess we need to wait a day
I
anyway.
have no objections.
Option 2 is being very cuddly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you want to get into that, play it like a Fable. Go to black. I don't know if you.
I wasn't going to be explicit. I'm not going to be doing any of that. We're just going to
He's just
suck him
gonna
in
trick him
goodnight.
into thinking that, what did he do last night?
Seduction foreplay. Oh, okay. I'm fine with that one.
Yeah.
Okay, then we will go with option 2.
Okay.
'Tis humor.
So, you've taken him back to his barracks or yours?
His, of course.
Okay. Taking him back to his barracks, you can see that his barracks is also Sasha's barracks.
Oh, no.
As
No.
you come in and
We'll let Sasha know the plan, so that way she doesn't think that I'm cheating, or that he's cheating.
so as you come inside, Sasha steps up to you and she says, "Ah, there he is. Would you like me to take him?"
No. I have a much worse plan in mind,
Oh?
and we'll let her know the idea.
No. This is perfect. This is perfect.
Oh my god.
I love this. Hold on. I've got some stuff that'll make this even better. And
Awesome.
she goes back for a minute. And she comes back with a black baggie of some kind.
Oh god.
No.
And she hands it to you. And she says, "I'm going to be out for the evening. I'm going to go continue to work with the mason and screws overnight, and I'll stay over there. You just take this and record what happens."
We shall totally do so. Opening up the bag, laying him in bed, getting him all comfortable, dressing him up in pajamas.
Yep. So what's inside of the bag is rope. You can see a pair of scissors in there too. You also notice a set of lingerie that is inside of there. In addition to that, there is also what looks to be tape of some kind as well.
You got two ways to play this.
Oh, we are going to bind him up gently, and then just sort of cuddle with him in the bed.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's the one way. The other
Of
way
course,
was
we're going to
surprise
record.
him
Yeah,
and
we are
like
going
do it
to,
to yourself.
Yeah. We're going to do it as best we can to ourselves and sort of just cuddle up. Recording everything, of course.
Okay. So, give me an acting check for the morning.
Oh no. Alright, here we go.
And then
Where
we'll
is
get to the overnight thing after that.
Hmm.
That is a 13.
13. Okay. So, he wakes up in the morning, rolling over, kind of embracing the cuddle a little bit until he realizes his arms are not moving as much. Begins to start to wake up and he's like, Sasha, Josh, what?
Good morning, darling. Last night was just wunderbar.
He rolls all the way over until he drops outside of the bed. And he gets up and he's like, Oh my god. Oh my god. Where's my clothes? Okay, I'm in clothes. What the? Is he in clothes?
I mean, he's in the lingerie.
Oh, ah, oh, oh.
Don't worry, darling. You were gentle.
Sasha, somebody's kidnapped me! And he's like stumbling along in the front of the bed, and like crawling towards the
Like that
door
fun here.
of the bedroom.
It's like that fun.
We'll help him get to his feet and get his bearings and whatnot.
Uh, what happened?
We had a wonderful time.
Fuck
And
you.
then we'll point to the camera.
Fuck you.
Oh, you did.
Son of a
It was
bitch.
a wonderful time.
Sash put you up to this, didn't she? Didn't she?
Maybe. Maybe not.
As you hear a door open from the side. Damn right I did, you drunk asshole.
But on dish.
Sasha walks in. Like, how dare you? How dare you do such a thing? But Sash, I didn't do anything.
Oh my god.
You made the mistake of not inviting her.
But I'm tied up. I don't remember. And she's like, that's no excuse.
Oh my god. That's brutal.
So after a couple minutes of this, eventually he gets unbound, and she just like is like, all right, I'm done messing with you. It's fine. It's fine. We were messing with you.
Oh, yeah. Definitely, totally messing with you. It was hilarious.
It was. And you both got a definite chuckle out of it. He was a little perturbed by it at first, and he's like, alright. You were both in on it. It's his own wife who did it to him.
I mean, I came up with the idea. I just had to confirm it with her.
But he then says, I guess that's what I get for drinking a little too much and making you deal with it.
Yep.
But anyways, it's like, well, in the meantime, get out of our barracks.
Oh, I've got a plan to actually go over with you real quick.
Make it quick. I need breakfast.
Oh, good. I can cook. And then we'll explain the plan while cooking breakfast.
Over breakfast, and he's willing to take it. He's like, fine, as long as you're cooking. The barracks, by the way, that you guys are set up in is, they're like individual, like small apartments, essentially. They're actually very nice in that sense. They come with their own kitchenettes. It's like a college dorm apartment, but, you know, a little bit on the higher side.
Alrighty. Alright, so we'll go over the plan. I do plan on taking, like, a small team to go and infiltrate the HPG location, see what's going on, what they know, what we know.
I think that's a fair
What they know, we
operation
know.
to put on the table, but I think that's something that should be discussed with the rest of the unit as well.
Oh, yes. I just wanted to bring it up with the CO, see if you wanted to bring it up in a meeting.
Yes, no, that's perfectly fine, and I'll be going over that when it comes to the instances of roles and distribution of other
Hopefully with
things.
pants on.
Yes. Sasha's just giggling.
We're never going to let this go, are we?
So Gordon then says, well, thank you for breakfast, but let me get acquainted with the rest of my day first, with some private time with my wife,
Oh, yes, yes. I'll
who,
let you be.
who is just giggling, going, "Ooh, somebody's upset."
I'll let you be. I had my fun.
But I will see you later at the meeting when it's announced. You should get a comm message when it comes out. So,
Right on.
cutting back. Overnight. You are doing some stuff, Adolphus. You're checking in on your mech?
Yep. And seeing if I can't get that neural helmet integrated, which you've warned me against, but I have no idea. I mean, I don't think I'll be possessed by the spirit of some dead Rimworlder pilot. It'll be fine. So I'm going to see the text and see if I can't get that integrated today or sooner.
Gotcha. Speaking with some of the techs, you get a distinct understanding that the thing you're talking about, integrating the neurohelmet design, would require removing your limbs and directly, like, tapping into your spinal cord.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So this is a lot older tech than I thought it was. Okay. So,
And they're like,
alright.
there were people who did this at one point in the early Star League, and it didn't work. And it just kills the person. So it's not a possible thing.
So this helmet
yeah.
here isn't
Ward
just
Blake
a
doesn't leave.
standard.
Gotcha.
So this isn't an SLDF. This isn't just a normal SLDF Navy neural. This is like part of an experimental thing. Yeah. Or
Integrated neural helmet?
I was just asking if I could swap that neural helmet out for the one that's currently in my mech because it's a neural helmet. And I thought they were just kind
because
of
it's a separate piece of equipment. It's something you wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that.
It's the
just
it's the communication suite inside of the mech that you would be switching out.
Okay.
That they're talking about, that they're thinking that you're talking about, which is like, we could swap the cockpit for a different cockpit.
Yeah. Okay. So the thing that I'm getting to is and maybe I just need to clarify for the sake of everyone listening. So an SLDF neural helmet is superior to like the modern 3025, or actually we're looking at like 3040s models we have now, correct?
Yeah, it's
Then
just
the
like
neural helmet that I
quality
dug
of
out of the
life
crate
stuff.
is okay. So it's not better. I can't like fucking just drink from the system straight like the old school. Okay.
Yeah,
But it is cool.
there is some quality of life differences, but that's about it. The technology is relatively the same.
All right. Well, then that's less of a thing, and I guess this helmet's a souvenir. However, I know for a fact that the SLDF Naval Combat Uniform is good to have. So, cool. Well, then I guess I'd run my daily checks on my machine just to make sure that I can trust the text. I don't trust anyone because that's my compulsion. And yeah, that's about my day. I know I was supposed to organize like a triage as well, which I could probably get to before I leave.
Yes. Which
All right.
working with the local area, one of the things that you needed to do is to kind of organize a hospital system for treating the injured, because while you do have medical teams, you don't really have you don't have a proper doctor.
Facilities. Yeah, I am the proper doctor.
So now you need proper medics, and you need proper nurses, and so on and so forth. You need to organize
So I guess.
that.
Goodness. So how would I start with that project? I guess after daily checks on the mech, I would probably head over to Field
This would probably
HQ
be
and
a
see
career check.
probably.
So this would be like a career doctor check.
So let me get my numbers up and make my 2d6, and we'll see how that goes. So career doctor, it's a 4, so I have to be 19 on this. So give it a roll. That is a 10 to beat a 7. So I succeed.
All right. So you are able to actually locate some of the medical people on this actual individual area. Some of the people that you locate are medically trained per se. They're like former, first aid medics who, used to work in mines and stuff like that. Some of these people, are some of the company's stuff, and they're willing to sign an additional contract to work with the mercenary unit while here. But in turn, you're able to acquire 4 medics, basically. First responder medics.
Excellent. A nice bonus for me and a good thing for everybody. All right, cool. Is there any further I could do with that? I mean, I'm not saying finding more, but I could refine our setup. Maybe give them better equipment or ensure that they have like a good triage area set up.
Definitely talk to the logistics officer about putting together something to get medical equipment or anything of the likes. Did you want to talk to someone?
All right. Definitely. Yeah, no. I have got many people. They, however, are going to need proper equipment if they are going to be anything worth buying.
Okay, so then you would do this probably the next day.
That's fine. Yeah, that sounds enough organizational.
We are going to take a quick 15-minute break, and then we will be back for the rest of the session.
Got it.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So, that was hilarious.
Yep.
Comedy sketches with Victor. Lampoon.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are back with another episode. Oh, there it is.
Previously on Dragon Ball Z.
I had the wrong thing up originally, so now you can see everybody's name and their beautiful art.
Huzzah.
But also, in addition to that, now that we've got everybody's art up, let me make sure that, okay, yeah, the audio is still coming through. Because this is a different panel, so there's potential that the audio didn't go through. But it's all good, it's all good. So, to start off with, Lance is going to call a meeting approximately, like, for just basically noon. And he's going to call for it about 2-3 hours beforehand. He's like, hey team, I wanted to get everybody together in the squad and let's have a chat about future plannings and just some logistical operation stuff. Now that we've completed our going forward project, I just kind of want to get some next steps done, and then I'll leave you to the rest of your vacation.
I was planning on doing something, but all right. I meant the vacation, not the meeting.
But in the meantime, you guys have 3 hours before the meeting. Is there anything that you would like to do?
I'd
clean
like
up.
to check in on the mech team, see what they've got cooked up so far
Okay.
Probably got like
for the
catnip
office.
stuck all over. Oh,
So you're checking in with the mech team, just see what's going on. What are you checking in specifically? Just repairs, maintenance, like what's up?
The idea that I pitched at him not too long ago.
Oh, okay.
Created a new type of awesome based off of refits and what we can salvage. Any updates on that?
Very doable. They definitely said that they could get you the double pink sinks put in now that they've gone through the Brian cache. There'll probably be enough. It would just be a matter of requisitioning it. So it may take time before you get that official, loadout. Because they're gonna have to get all the parts together first. But they'll see if they can't do it within sometimes this week and give you an update.
Awesome. We'll give him a pat on the back and a good job.
You're welcome. The person who you spoke with actually has a name. Alright, so this is going to be one of our first quartermaster.
And then we shall leave somewhere in the mech bay a picture of the Catabo and see how people react from a distance.
A picture of a what?
Of a Catabo. Hold on.
Whatever it is, no. That's all I can think of is saying no.
Well, we're seeing how other people react, so.
Okay, what the heck?
Here it is. It's going up in our little group chat.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, we'll just hang a picture of that somewhere on the wall.
I love and hate it at the same time.
Here, let me see. What in the goddamn is that? You called it a catapult?
That is a catapult.
That
with longbow arms.
That doesn't look right, but it doesn't look wrong. It looks
Kind of good.
oh,
And I hate it for that reason.
ungood. Unagood is a good term for that. Unagood.
Just
Yeah, we'll just see
Yeah.
how long that stays up.
yeah, it's there. It's there.
Remarkable experiment.
All right, so you check in with them and they give you that answer. Nate Furrow is the person that you speak with. He's one of the quartermasters who deals with basically the inventory.
And for the next 3 hours, we shall be taking notes on people's response to the Catabo.
Is it like a picture that has like the little like if found like call this number thing on the bottom? It's like it's
yes.
just like
Oh, yeah.
take this survey. Here's your com code.
Yep, pretty much.
I love it. I love it.
How do you feel about this?
And we'll just
And this
leave
is
it
how
in
you
the
get the Mad Bomber's attention.
As you're leaving, give me a perception check. What did you get?
I got a 4.
Okay. So, nothing interesting. You just see some people crowding around the poster. That's all.
I wonder if I was just hitting the wrong button because I just saw them rotating and not going up like they should.
You probably did. You need to press R.
Ah, okay.
That would be. It's still 4.
The same number. All right. God damn.
I still rolled 4, but that was how you
That was
supposed
you
to do it.
rolling. Here we go. Here's my roll.
I'm still gonna take the 4 for now. Move on. But
It's a 5. I just don't like.
All right,
Take a 5.
Orinoka, Catman, you had something?
Oh, I probably needed to do like a deep cleaning because I probably have to go apologize to that bartender that I haven't met because I destroyed his rooftop deck
The thing you notice is
as
that
I made a nest of cat.
the
that I
thing you
rolled in.
notice is you're not the only cat up there. Like, there's a lot of cats up here. It seems like the local ferals kind of wander in here, and you notice also these cats are larger desert cats of this planet. They seem to kind of almost be
nice.
like a lynx
Oh, cool.
in their breeding. They're bigger for sure. They're not like oversized, but like enough that they could still be just like a big house cat. But they hang out with you, and you're all enjoying the catnip. You eventually come down from there covered in catnip. The bartender just kind of looks out, gives a nod, and just goes back to what he's doing.
Okay. But yeah, so no, the morning will just be taking a shower, and then I'll do a run around the city.
Okay. You hear one slide comment about somebody saying somebody's got the zoomies in the morning. But that's about it. Nobody else is really out and about. But eventually you do get that message that Gordon is calling for a meeting of the unit.
Okay. Well, I'll go back to the barracks after that.
Okay.
Take a quick shower just to get off the sweat and make myself something light and get out there.
All right. Anybody else?
I believe I was going to go talk to logistics, and I think after that I should be free.
Okay, so you're talking to logistics.
Yep. To get more medical equipment of a better grade. That'll be another role on the doctoring career. And roll
So
the dice.
So you meet up with one of the other quartermasters, who deals with non-military equipment mostly. Her name's Linda Orville.
Uh-huh.
Hey there, what can I do for you?
Oh boy.
Well, I was just going to try and requisition some better medical equipment. I recently got some new meds on staff, yeah? That is my job. And,
I'm gonna stop you
they-
right there. You're talking about
Uh-huh.
getting some equipment. That's fine. Just tell me what you need, organize the list based off price counts and those of availability. Once you've got a requisition list with all of its priorities, just submit it. I'm a
Time to
clean-cut
make-
woman. Just give me my documents. If you don't know the process,
no.
ask anybody else who's filed with me.
That's very good. Well, I should be able to make a list, right? I'm a doctor. I know what I'm requisitioning, right?
Do you?
Oh.
Give me
Well,
a career
yeah,
check.
I have. I've rolled it. That is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 7.
10 out of
So
7.
so that's a 10 to a 7.
Okay.
Yeah. A 10 to beat a 7. Yes.
So filling out
Right,
some
I am.
documents and forms and getting a couple of bits of information about what is considered priorities and so on and so forth, and how she wants her documents labeled. Eventually getting the right forms in order. It takes you not terribly long, probably like 2-3 hours at most, until you finally submit it to
This
her.
is what I went to medical school for.
It's a pretty extensive list of stuff. The amount of capital that you'll need to make a proper medical core is pretty big for the most part. But the part that you do become aware of is that your team actually has 2 MASH trucks already.
Good. So that's plenty.
So
The
you do
MASH
have
trucks come with
you do
pretty
have a lot of the coverage basically on that. The refill costs of those MASH trucks are pretty expensive, but your in-base operations are next to nothing basically right now. So you've designated a space for your building area. You've requisitioned a bunch of tools out of the MASH truck to get you started essentially with a clinic. And so now you need to refill partially the MASH trucks, and you've put on order for 3 emergency units, basically.
Perfect.
And their associated equipment. All in all, the cost and pricing is not terribly high, at only about 1 million C-bills in equipment, which is really not a lot.
Oh yeah, especially for a unit running this many mechs.
Yeah. So your requisition is given its handle, and you guys are provided with the funds, including another additional 1 million in disposable capital for the medical corps. You also receive notice from Baron that your official title has come in for the unit. You are now one of the heads of the medical corps. You will still report under your Lance unit for normal operations, but you are now the head of the medical corps.
Oh, if only my father was around today to know that I am not only just a mech warrior, but now chief of but now I head medical as a professional in a mercenary unit. He still would say I'm squandering all of my life and talents. But he is dead, so.
And now you all have a psychotic, crazy German doctor as your doctor.
Totally, you're all
Heard this
Welcome to Team Fortress 2.
Hmm.
Okay, for this one, I have no idea.
I set you up. I knocked it down perfectly.
Yes, yes. Moving on.
Anyways,
Uber charge the max.
so basically you've been handed additional duties and you've been given a rank promotion officially by Baron. Anybody else doing anything before the meeting?
Apparently not.
All right. So, the meeting has now arrived at this point. It's about the afternoon. Everybody has kind of had their little bite to eat or gotten a couple of extra things done in the morning that they needed to get done. But now you have all arrived at what looks to be one of the small command and control centers around the barracks areas that are kind of like common areas with additional communications equipment. Sitting out in front of everybody is a bunch of couches that have been set up basically in a round robin table and a hollow pad set out on the table with a currently displaying topographical map. As
Someone wants attention.
Yeah, somebody does. After kind of everybody getting some small talk done, talking with each other a little bit here and there, we get to the point where Gordon says, "All right, guys, let me bring up how we're going to be handling this meeting. Obviously, I am your lead command when it comes to this unit, so my orders follow priority when it comes to taking on missions and operations, and my word is law when we're out there on the battlefield. However,
Resist. Snarky comment.
I want to make it clear to everybody that though I may run this unit, you are all a part of it, and I value your opinions, and I hold almost all of you in high regard."
Almost. Oh no.
Yes, I know what you two did, and I will bring that up if I have to. As he stares at Sasha, and he stares at you quite intensely. Now, beyond that point, I do want to value any operations that we run, and I think that it's best if we get to in accordance with what our mission statement and orders are, versus what we can do and its possibilities of things that we should be doing. So, first thing that I want to present to all of you is the exact definition of our contract, as normally you're not permitted to those kinds of bits of information because mech warriors don't need to know what they're fighting for, they just need to fight for it.
Reasonable enough.
This is not that kind of unit. We are a family here, and we share in what we do. And I, as your unit leader, am not going to lie to you, and I would hope that you wouldn't lie to me either.
No, no.
So first order of business to cover is we need a goddamn name.
Well,
I know we haven't been here long, and I would have taken longer on this, but you make waves too quickly for me to not deal with this problem.
Well, I come from a unit of Chirana's Raiders, but and I have a plan for continuous raiding, and I think we might be able to do that. So, I'll go with anything that has Raiders in the title.
So something with Raiders suggestion so far. And he begins writing stuff down.
Oh God, I don't even have a good name. Jägermeisters is just too funny. Can't do that though.
I mean, so long as it's not like Sasha's panty platoon. I mean,
Oh no, you wanted Raiders?
You
So
watch as
Sasha's
Sasha's
animated.
face comes up from her data pad and looks at you with the deadest stare in the world. I need you to make a will save for intimidation.
uh,
7.
You fail. She just stares you down into silence. You want to say words, but your mouth is trapped for the next 2 minutes.
Okay, I'll be watching the clock.
the mighty death glare. Jesus, something Raiders then.
Something Raiders is what has been suggested. I also suggest that we do something within line of the unit. It is obviously the Red Baron unit, which opens us up to any type of historical mercenary divisions. We also have several fictionalized character types of history.
There's always been the flying circus of the Red Baron. This is what they originally called it, was the Red Baron's flying circus. We don't fly. But as he looks around the room, we do seem to be kind of a circus.
So, flying circus? Alright. Any other suggestions?
I just... I'm bad at names. I've always been bad at names.
I don't matter the name. I just like to do my job.
Wait. So we just uncovered, yeah? So our landmark thing was digging up this old the SLDF bit. But it's like a tomb, right? So we are like the Tomb Raiders. He stands up and he presents it. He stands there.
Sasha,
Adolphus in the back of the head.
Sasha writes it down. You totally can. You kind of you give him a Denozo slap on the back of the head. And if people don't know what a Denozo slap is, I am just sad by their unculturism.
Yep.
There are people in this world that don't watch NCIS?
No, it's the fact that that is a meme that is prolific across the entirety of the internet, and if you don't know what it is, then you're at your own fault, and you're probably too young to be here.
Probably.
But anyways, getting back to the point
Yeah,
here. You give him a little Denozo slap behind the head.
Yes. No, that's a little too on the nose.
Gordon kind of pipes in. He says, I don't know. I kind of like it.
Oh, no, not
yet. It's a Castle Brian. The Castle Crashers?
Sasha writes down Castle Crashers.
You're trying too hard. Let's see here. Red Raiders kind of rhymes.
Red Raiders isn't too bad. Could give us an opportunity to put 2 red R's on the mechs.
Yeah. But then again, we could confuse everyone by calling ourselves the Red Raiders and then painting all our mechs blue.
I don't think the Baron would be too happy about that.
This is true.
And also, command colors still remain the same. You're all required to be in red. It's just, it's our unit in specific that would be different. It'd be our insignias.
Well, what we could go for is like the Raiders of the Inner Sphere? I don't know.
No, it's too long. You cannot say it quickly. It is not intimidating enough.
Well, I got a suggestion. How about the Star Raiders?
That could work. Let's see here.
The Star's End, we did in fact raid its tomb. Yeah, I'd go with that one. It's going to look over at the Davian pointedly. There's not better on that. Do you have any suggestions?
been very creative with names, unfortunately. It just
I know
seems
that you are
kind of
damn good.
pointless.
I'm
Don't
just
we
saying,
have
do
a
you have a
designation
suggestion?
number?
Do it.
Say what?
Huh? Oh, it seems rather pointless. I mean, don't we just have a designation number? Isn't that good enough?
Well, not unless you want to be known. Nobody's going to remember Trooper 2K206.
I mean, unless we become good enough just to be known as that. But you guys seem set on a name, so I'll just,
Wait,
I
wait.
suppose.
We could be the personal raiders. So that way we're the PR team.
We just call ourselves the PR team.
Oh, that could work too.
Public relations.
No, public raiders. There we go.
We're
Wait, no, that makes us
property
sound like
raiders.
Yeah,
You
property
don't wanna
raiders.
leave
Maybe
it
pirate.
at
Oh no,
P.
pirate raiders makes us sound like the bad guys.
Yeah. Actually, funny enough, Pirate Raiders is already a unit name. That's actually another mercenary unit.
Shit, and we'd get hit by copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Ah.
Part of the other thing is we have to confer the name against the Mercenary Review Board and have them accept it.
Hence, copyright infringement.
That and
I
also
guarantee you
if
Unit
it
202 isn't taken.
isn't approved by Comstar, it ain't going anywhere.
Oh, yes. The approval process is always brutal.
Yeah, well, we could look to our local Comstar representative and see if they can't grease a few wheels.
As a number of people are staring
at
at you, Adolphus.
That's just that. I mean, I'm not a representative person. I mean, yeah. I mean,
No, you
I'm a
exactly
toxic.
are a representative.
Yeah, I'm a yeah, I guess I could try. You know, Summer's a bureaucratic mess. I'm sure. You know. He's he's always gonna kind of like softly step away from the corporation whenever it's mentioned, just because he feels that's his instinct. You know, you're in it for life, buddy.
Well, to go back on the Tomb Raiders, we could be the Lost Raiders.
The Raiders of the Lost. Nah, you're right. We the Lost Boys?
Lost
Nah,
Tech
we have
Raiders?
two. Lost Tech Raiders.
Ooh, I like that one.
You know, that's not too bad.
She writes it down. Well, I think we might as well just go for a vote at this point and take what we have so far.
Yeah. This is engage in the story democratic process.
So, what I want all of you to do is to message me your vote for the name. Your votes are between the Lost Raiders, Tomb Raiders, the Star Raiders, and fourth one I'm gonna scratch. I'm gonna just leave it at those three.
All right. I've locked my vote in, Alex.
One more vote. Waiting on one more vote.
Sorry.
Well, I wasn't trying to call you out.
No, I was trying to find our our chat. I'm looking through like 15 different. There we go.
Well, it looks like we have a tie.
Oh no, not again.
Let's see what the
Wow.
other members of the crew are going to be. So, we're gonna make this into a little mini game really quick. So, Benty and
Alright.
Shotgun both went Star Raiders. For Noka and Victor, you both went Lost Raiders. There are currently 3 other members of the force. You are going to pick evens or odds between both of your sides.
Mhm.
To decide which team is going to go first and choosing their choice, and then first to get the majority wins, basically.
Okay.
So
We just like call
Alrighty,
heads and
so
tails,
for
and
Team Lost Raiders, we shall go with evens.
then we'll go odds.
I guess we'll take odds.
all right. So this is just going to be the initial roll to determine who gets to decide first for the first roll. So we've got a 7.
All right.
So odds win. So this is the first
Sweet.
official
Yeah.
vote. What are you picking, evens or odds?
We'll stick with odds.
Odds, okay.
Looks like odds.
Odds it is. So you've gotten the first vote. All right, other team, what are you guys picking?
I think we stick our dukes.
Stick with our dice, or
Yeah, just keep going even.
alright, evens it is.
5. All right, that's a loss.
Mm.
So 1 vote went to one side. So far, they had the majority. There's still 2 votes left. All right, so back to the other side here.
Well, we're gonna keep the hot streak going. I think odds. Stick to your guns.
Odds, all right. It's another
Could I-
5.
Now that I've said it.
Could I potentially
Hey!
roll to persuade the team with my negotiation skill? Be
Sure.
like,
You want to try
play-
and converse one of the votes? All right.
Oh yeah. Let's
Alright.
see if we can get it in our favor.
All right.
Playing up the benefits of the Lost Raiders.
Yeah, plug yourself. See if you can't get a reroll on this.
Holy God, that's an 11 on the dice.
Ele-
And a total of where to go? 14.
Okay. All right, so you reconvince the last vote to revote here. We're in debate. All right, so we'll start the rounds
Debate
over.
club.
Starting again with Shotgun. Your team, what are you picking, evens or odds?
Ah, fuck it. Odds. It keeps working.
Oh,
That's an even. Other team, what are
Crap.
you picking on the dice?
I think we're gonna go with odds.
All right.
It doesn't
That's
work in
an
our favor.
even. They both fail. You both failed on this one. That means neither one of you got the vote yet. We're gonna go again.
Yeah.
All right. Shotgun, what is your team picking?
Odds. Go ahead.
Three,
Strive
let's
straight
8
to
on the
iceberg.
dice.
We'll switch it up next time, though.
All right.
Fine. Okay. You win.
Other team, what are you picking?
I think we're gonna go evens.
That's an odd on the dice. Nobody gets the
no.
vote.
Oh my
All
god.
right.
I like how I turned this into a debate mini game all of a sudden.
I'm telling you, it is Star Raiders. No, it is Lost Raiders. Fucking-
It's
I barely
literally
know
all
the
that's happening right now.
Yeah.
What are you
Uh,
picking?
For the love
Even?
of God, designation 202. It's right there in the name.
It's odd.
Odd?
Mm.
All right, odds it is. 7, you got the victory
I
on
got
that
one.
one. All right. Ranu, what's going on?
I think we're gonna go with evens. Nope, they got one.
All right, they got the vote back. All right, on to the second vote. What are you picking, Shotgun?
Evens.
Evens, all right. That's a 4 on the
Did you get
dice.
finally?
All right,
We'll go evens.
evens it is. And that is an odd. A
All right.
second
They
victory.
win on Star Raiders.
It
I
is a
believe.
win on Star Raiders. They argued
Yeah,
their
the
side.
Star Raiders!
They argued the side effectively.
If
Yeah.
this kept going on for much longer, it would have devolved into a fist fight.
Yeah.
At some point, it probably would have turned into arm wrestling.
I was just languidly laying on my couch as I watched this all happen because it was amusing.
It was indeed.
Yeah, again, she doesn't understand the need for a name. I don't get it. She's fine. She's watching this all happen.
This is how it looks.
You watched as they literally debated the merits of the naming of Star Raiders versus Lost Raiders.
For like 20 minutes.
Yep.
And eventually,
the stars.
eventually, they either by giving up, by obstinance, or by eventually accepting the outcome, you guys have become the Star Raiders unit. The 2nd Lance unit underneath the Red Baron mercenary unit.
Wait. It could be the Lost Star Raiders.
No,
Oh my god, no.
I
If
saved
you
the name
start
already.
this over again, I'm calling us Unit 202 forever.
Alright. I was just bringing that up to be an ass. Don't worry about it. That was out of character.
No, that was perfectly in character.
Yeah, I was just like, wait a minute.
9. It is chosen. 9.
So the rest of the unit, basically everybody else there, basically agrees to what's going on. McCready, basically hovers off into the distance, kind of going back to what he was doing, which is, mostly having rock tossing competitions out in the desert with some of the tanker guys.
Rock tossing contest?
Yeah.
Yeah, strong
Like,
contest.
He's
Yeah, I guess it's fair.
Just throwing a boulder.
he's he's Scottish.
Alrighty then. So what's next on the agenda?
So, now that we've covered the major part of this, since that took a lot longer than suspected, let's go over the rest, which is the official contract stipulations. Our unit was brought together for the purposes of discovering technology. We are here on this planet not only to subdue the pirates that are here, but also to discover any technology that had been left behind by the Starlead or the Rimworld's Republic. This planet has not been explored extensively thanks to pirate activity that is out here, and the level of incursion that usually comes on from further galactic north regions. The Oberon Federation has now pulled back its borders somewhat, and with Lyran Commonwealth practices pushing them out further, in addition to now federated Commonwealth forces being out here, the presence of pirate activity is shrunk enough that we can explore planets like these using mercenary units as frontline bases. So companies are paying big money to get a hold of this tech. Melvin Mining Corp brought us out here for that express purpose of both defending their facilities and removing the pirates, as well as an opportunity for research and discovery partnerships. They care about the research and development. They seem amply able to provide their own resources and are paying an extraordinary number to get a hold of it. They don't so much care about the technology itself. They just want the data behind it. So, once it's been scrubbed and cleaned, if it's something that they want to keep, they will give us equivalent proportions of 200% the value of any equipment that they want to keep. In turn, what this means is if we find stuff like double heat sinks and such, and they want to be able to research a few of them, they'll give us 2 additional Inner Spheres versions when available.
Wait. Inner sphere versions meaning because there's only one type of double heatsink.
Yes, there's produced versions in the Inner Sphere. They'll give it to us off their manufacturing lines after they've developed them.
Okay. So this is an investment. I was just confused
It
for a
is.
second.
The company has made an investment into this. If we discover technology later on, we get better equipment. This also
Find more
pertains
shit, get better shit. Gotcha.
3 secondary objectives that are out here. Number 1, a personal objective of mine. There is a Taurian Concordat warship that is somewhere out in this region that was stolen away and sold off to pirates. They use it as a facility somewhere out here in Star's End, based off the information we were able to gather. It had been mothballed and eventually crash-landed into one of these positional places. It's a very dangerous venture to deal with it, but it is a strong possibility that it's one from my homeworld. I want to know about it, find out about it, edit if it can be recovered for its technology, and especially if the pirates are using it as a base of operations, we should take haste in doing something about it.
Who knows? If we're lucky, we might be able to get it flying again.
I've got my doubts if it's stuck in an asteroid.
Yeah.
You've got your doubts. What? Sorry.
I've got my doubts if it's stuck in an asteroid, but we'll cross that road if we can even find it, or if the rumors are even true. Now, one of the rumors we have accounted for, the secondary assistant program on getting the Castle Bryan unlocked and getting the technology and information underneath, is what we just completed recently. This is a massive boon for everybody here, because it's one of our primary objectives for the company. And once they're done researching and facilitating, they'll be bringing in even more equipment out here. Part of what Delvin Mining Corp had agreed to do is that if we found the Bryan cache, they would relocate resources here in a large sum of loans to be able to put manufacturing back on this world.
Well, we found the Bryan cache.
It also stipulates in our contract we get a 50% payout of all planetary resources.
Oh, that's awesome. I've never had my own planet before.
Well, half a planet in this case. The half that is currently still occupied by those of the pirates.
Yeah, we'll deal with that.
We will deal with it. Now, the other secondary objective, the one that is probably the most secreted out of all these. Our unit is not going to be here forever. The main bulk of our forces are going to be sent off towards the Rock, be assisting the Calhounds unit.
Mm-hmm.
The main bulk of our forces are going there because of the assistance program necessary and a large number of Oberon forces located on that particular mining belt. Lyran capitalists and their supposed nobility wants to push out into that region and take over, accepting those former Rimworld's planets into their federation, as they are seen as valuable mining resources, and several companies have made bids towards wanting to put the foot forward to do the process and make some money.
Interesting.
So, being as the Oberon forces are far more armed than these pirates here, the main bulk of our forces will be leaving sometime soon.
Will that be including us?
It will not. We are to remain here
Okay. So what
and
is our job?
complete the defense and get rid of the pirates.
Ah, pirate hunting. Excellent.
Actually claiming the land.
Yes,
That sounds fun.
both the Warthog units as well as main command and 90% of the tank forces will be leaving. Artillery and half of our logistical forces will remain on ground. All VTOLs, however, will remain with us as well. The
Well, I would-
VTOLs
Because well,
unnecessary.
VTOLs don't generally work in non-atmospheric conditions, do they?
No, they do not. And yes, this is one of the few planets that has proper atmospheric conditions to be able to use these. In addition to that, we will continue to maintain our medical operations out of this basing. So command will be without any of their other stuff. However, we are losing the HQ. We will be setting up a permanent communications center here in town in this foreseeable city future. In addition,
Good to know.
we will have one of the MASH units, not both. But our core medical facilities will be stationed here, so if we have any big people coming back on a dropship or on our dropship, we'll need to be able to respond to them quickly.
Yes, which means probably scouting out the HPG station.
Correct. On to our main asset goals, the pirates. We have 3 targets that we have to deal with, if you remember. 3 main targets are that of the HPG Uplink Communication Center. We have the main mining area, the strip mines themselves, which is currently housing facilities of workers who have been captured by the pirates and are being used for their own gain, as both hostages and workers. Well, hate to say it, but slaves.
Despicable.
And
Not bad.
finally, the third is the logistics area. There's a landing pad out that way as well for orbital insertions. This includes the possibility of where they may be landing some of their aerospace fighters for refueling. All 3 of these are well-guarded facilities.
Hence the need to scout them out,
Correct.
which I believe I have brought up with you. If not,
Yes,
you're
and I'm getting to that. The communications facility should probably be our first target, I do agree. As it's probably the easier one to get a better head on, as it's located in several blind spots around the area. It is a communication center, so it has good radial ping, but small enough vehicles should be fine to get through, or if we have enough stealth capabilities.
I mean, I was planning on disguising ourselves as a civilian vehicle and going out for a parlay.
Well, to be perfectly honest, that's a terrible fucking idea.
It was an idea, though.
I understand. And they've shot everybody who's tried to go over there. Civilians and the like. They are guarding that facility tightly with only pirate defense.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a good thing we have an awesome.
Correct.
Yeah.
Our mechs should be able to take that facility relatively easily. They keep a light unit there, for the most part. But we don't know how quickly they can call in reinforcements and where they'd be coming from. In addition to this,
There are 2 ways to test that. Hit it with a light but dangerous looking unit and test their response time. Or we can infiltrate and ask around.
we do have the 10th Recon Platoon, who will be remaining on planet. That is a tank division of 4 Galleon 200s, as well as 2 Falcons.
Okay, those could hypothetically dart in, pop some shots off, see how long it takes for reinforcements to come in.
Correct.
Yeah, but will they call reinforcements in just for a tank squadron? I think me and Frenchie here, we both have relatively fast heavy mechs, especially with my long-range capabilities. I could bombard them with an LRM-20 burst. They would definitely call in reinforcements, and I could evade any forces they'd bring in.
A good idea. A good idea. I was thinking, again, come in through a blind spot and do a small infiltration team.
That could work, but you'd have to look like one of the pirates and pass as one as well. Usually these
Maybe I might be able to appropriate that.
Give me an acting check.
Put on the worst pirate accent we've ever heard.
Super effective.
Oh.
What'd you get? I see a 4 on the dice. And 4 in acting, which means it's an 8. Plus 1, so it's a 9. So for as crappy of a voice it sounded like, you're like, that's kind of believable, though.
Yahar, we hate you. Huh. That scans.
You're like, it probably isn't, but you never know. You're just thinking to yourself, like, you don't know.
Sure.
So some of the others, like Jack Daniels and Landis McCready, have both walked off at this point and said they're just here to follow. They'll wait for continued orders after this point. They just don't have any other suggestions. But they do have some other stuff they need to go take care of themselves.
All right.
Lance,
Well, I guess it's up to us. Yes.
Lance says to the rest of you, before I forget and both of you leave, you're all owed a little bit of promotional information. Everybody has ranked up in this unit by at least 1 rank.
Gotcha. I gotta go see what that rank is. Okay. It's a rank 2 to rank 3.
Yep. So you went from a private to a private first class.
I went 1 to 2.
Sinclair is now
3.
Private first class. Private first class. So 2 of your people become corporals, actually.
Take this.
Okay, so rank 3.
So for our night bachelor, you go from
That makes me an E3. Lovely.
Yep, you're an E3. So for a night bachelor, you go to the equivalency of what would be an O2, which is you're going to be a 2nd lieutenant.
Okay. Fun. Alright. Moving on.
And for Isabel, she also gains the rank of sergeant.
Great. Benti just she's probably done playing right now. She's had a bit of a vomiting episode real quick. We drank a lot last night. She's pounding through a hangover, and she's out for the rest of the session.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Poor thing.
Take your time.
I completely understand. I'm just giving you guys your rank upgrades because that was one of the things I almost forgot.
Yep. No problem.
But other than that, you pretty much are told that organize the operation, grab the people that you need to grab for next mission, and they'll meet you whenever you're ready. Just call them up and they will come with you for Lance and Sasha.
I need to pull up a notepad and actually make notes here about this stuff.
So for Victor, you are put in charge of this operation and putting it together since you suggested it.
Alrighty. I'll be sure not to lord that over, but I do need shotgun. I need Catman. I need a small team of soldiers.
Okay.
And yeah.
All
Any
right.
information on
We're
the
gonna do
any operational frequencies of the enemy?
Gotcha. They got none.
They're pirates.
That is the quick answer to that. They got nothing. All they can tell you is about what the facilities are and what they look like and how they're normally operated. People can't get close enough to get info yet.
How far away are they again?
They're about a 2 days journey from the city.
2 days to walk on.
2 days by mech.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I have a hover transport,
which is about a day's journey.
That's what I was thinking. We use that and we take the small team and we go in fast and quiet.
Yeah, because it actually does have an infantry.
I think if we could, I mean, I know the plan is to infiltrate, and I'm not against that plan, but it feels like we should probably have a mech in the back wings just in case. I don't know.
It is 100% your guys' operation to plan, but we're gonna end the session there, so you guys can plan it for next time. And I will have the next map ready for you that way.
Wait. XP for this session.
Yes. So let's talk about XP. You guys completed a chapter.
Yay!
Yay! Welcome to chapter 1. Now, you guys completed the prelude in its entirety.
Fun times.
Nice.
So, when you complete chapters in this game, this is like completing a contract. You get additional XP for everything you've done as of thus far. Ooh. So, the prelude is broken down into 3 sections. Each one of those sections are valued at 100 XP each. In each of those sections, there are several hidden bits of extra chapters that you unlock, essentially, by completing different events. So in this case, you guys completed what is 3 out of the 5 chapters.
What did we miss?
Not telling you.
Yeah.
Just in case we want to replay this.
In part 2, you completed all 3 of the chapter possibilities for positive effects. In the final chapter, you guys only got 1 out of the 8.
Oh, that's sad.
But
then again, I think we did just blitz through it because we were done.
Yeah, I mean, you got the best one out of it, so it's just sped through.
Gotcha.
There's a lot more that could have gone wrong. But there are 8 additional things that were in there that just haven't been done. Oh no, wait, I didn't look at my notes right. It's 2 out of the 8, not 1 out of the 8. So I checkmarked one of them as talked about, but I can't really tell you what it is yet. It's just not, you haven't gotten full credit for it per se. Each one of those is worth an additional 20 though.
So in total, we got
so it should be 60, 60, and then 40.
a total
So
of
that's
160
200 then, right?
extra.
160 from the additional chapters, 300 from completing all of the prelude.
So
And then
460
plus
total.
300.
460 so far, yes.
Okay.
Any ability to take additional traits or whatnot?
Take additional traits and such. Depends. It has to be story related. That's all.
Right.
So
right.
basically,
Oh,
if you're gonna take like an additional trait to pop up or something else to happen,
I'm thinking
just
of
justify it to me.
yeah, I'm thinking of boosting my compulsion by a couple of notches because I got away with a whole lot of flirting with a whole lot of people I shouldn't be flirting with.
Yep. Perfectly reasonable. I would say for your threshold for it, you haven't quite met it. You're really close.
Cool.
So you're about to get another rank up in your flirting stuff anyways.
So is it good enough to bump it up and then I just take the XP? I'll just do a little more next session.
You're 3 XP off, so.
Oh,
So,
damn.
So I would say like you can wait if you want. You don't have to.
I don't have to. I'll just bump it now and spend the XP. that
Yeah,
will
because I
gain
would have to
from-
tell you how much XP you'd have to spend otherwise to do it.
Yeah, well, it's a negative thing, so I would be gaining XP from taking it.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
But basically,
Attributes.
you're 3 XP away from getting a second level in it.
Oh. Oh. So I need to flirt with more people.
Mm-hmm.
I think I do plenty of distrusting other people, so I think I'm good.
You become very friendly with people, so I've been keeping track of that.
That's fair.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna
We're
work
at
on it.
-3.
But keep in mind, it's just funny character progression. If you feel like your character is making story progress in any way, shape, or form, and you want to like have like a character development thing, I actually have a like specific thing on how that works. So there's literally like a character progression thing that I found that somebody explained to me how it works in this and how you can run it. But it's all like back channel stuff.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
But other than that, I hope everybody had fun.
Oh yeah, this was definitely
Excellent.
fun.
All right.
I mean, that whole scene was a little raunchy, but you know, it was hilarious.
Yeah, but that's okay. BattleTech is raunchy. And I think
I
any
just
fans
like
of
getting
BattleTech,
hammered in a periphery bar.
you know, if somebody were to go back and animate this and like make an Animaniac of this, it would be hilarious in the context of what it is.
Positively lootly.
So
Uh,
any of my animator friends out there, anybody who watches this stuff, Bruins, you got something funny, Spacer, if you want to draw this as a fucking funny comic, I will absolutely pay you money to do that. Because I know you'll watch this later. Definitely, I hope everybody had fun, and we will see you next time.
mm-mm.
Bye-bye.